In today's video, I'm going to give you a quick crash course in the new ground and pound system in UFC 4. I'm going to teach you what to do when you posture up against an opponent and how to defend yourself when you're on the bottom to prevent your opponent from getting the finish. So firstly, when you posture up, you can throw straights by pressing square and triangle, or you can throw looping hooks by holding L1 while pressing square and triangle. Bear in mind that when you're in half guard, you're also able to throw strikes to the body by holding L2. The most basic way to defend yourself when you're on the bottom is by holding R2 to guard your face. The problem with this though is you're still going to take a bit of damage through your guard. It protects you a little bit but not completely. So if it's a bit later in the fight and you've taken a lot of damage already, it is actually possible for your opponent to finish you even if you're holding R2. And I'll show you a clip later in the video where I'm able to do this to an opponent. The best way to defend yourself is to evade strikes completely. So if your opponent's throwing straights, you can use the right stick to control your head. If you move the stick left, your head will move left. If you move it right, your head will move right. And if you time it correctly, you're going to evade the strike completely. This is better than just blocking with R2 because you're avoiding taking any damage, and also it drains your opponent's stamina when they miss a strike. You've got to be careful though because this doesn't actually work against hooks. So if your opponent's throwing hooks, you need to hold L1 while pushing the right stick either left or right depending on where the hook's coming from. And what that does is it causes your fighter to stick his arm out, either the left one or the right one, to block the hook from coming in completely. Now if you block or evade enough strikes, usually it only takes about 2 or 3, your fighter is going to automatically pull the guy down. So he's no longer postured up and you're no longer in danger. As an attacker, you need to mix up your strikes, throw hooks and straights to keep your opponent guessing so that they're not able to block them. And as a defender, you need to try and react quickly to what strikes your opponent's throwing. So if he keeps throwing straights, then use head movement. If he keeps throwing hooks, then use L1 and the right stick to block them from coming in. You're also able to roll your opponent over completely so that you're in the dominant position. This is a clip from an online fight I had, and I'm going to slow the footage down slightly so you can clearly see what happens. I'm on the bottom and I block my opponent's hook from coming in by holding L1 and moving the right stick left. As you can see, I didn't just block it though, I rolled him over so that now I'm in top mount. This actually happened automatically and I'm not entirely sure why it happened, but I'm like 99% sure I know what factors led to it. So firstly, I think my timing for the block was perfect. So I didn't block it too early and I didn't block it too late. And in addition to that, you can see that my opponent's stamina is really low, which allowed me to roll him over. This is a lot trickier than just blocking it, and I've only pulled it off a few times, but I thought it was worth putting in the video so that you know it's an option. Alright, so we're going to continue this clip. I roll him over into top mount and I actually managed to get the finish. The reason I'm able to finish him so easily is because all he's doing is holding R2 to cover up. And like I said earlier, you still take some damage through your guard. He should have used head movement and he should have tried to block my hooks. Don't just sit there and hold R2 or you're probably going to get finished. In this final clip, I'm playing as Henry Cejudo and I posture up in half guard after denying his transition attempt. He's able to pull me back down initially because he blocks a couple of the strikes and because I hesitated. But then I transition to top mount and the same thing happens as the last clip. I'm able to finish him very quickly because all he's doing is holding R2. He didn't use head movement, he didn't block my hooks. So this shows how important it is to learn these new defense techniques on the ground. Alright, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like and comment. I've already made a video about the new takedown systems in the game, so check that out if you haven't already. And I'm currently working on a video about the new clinch system and another video about the new submission system, so make sure you're subscribed to see those. Thank you very much for watching.